Great.
Thank you for being on. Yeah, I think
To set up a trilat, you know. So,
and where do you want to
I think he wants to make it. I think he wants to make a deal for me. You understand? As crazy as it sounds. Just sit down. Sit down, everybody.
Okay.
Alright, wow. We just got a hot mic recording of Donald Trump speaking candidly about his relationship with Russian President Vladimir Putin and about how he views this entire war. Now, Trump did not know he was being recorded when he was speaking to French President Emmanuel Macron. He didn't know that his mic was still hot. And in this clip that I'm about to play, Trump just gives away the whole game. You see immediately that he's been viewing this entire war through the lens of his own narcissism, which has been obvious from the get-go, but the way he words this statement, it's all about him. It's all about himself, and this war is very clearly all about his own legacy. It's not about the sovereignty of Ukraine, or Ukrainian identity, or children being abducted, or civilians being bombed. It's about himself. Now, I'm going to play this clip in just 1 second, but first, I want to show you perhaps the worst moment of cognitive decline that we've seen throughout this entire presidency. Donald Trump is trying to address President Stubb of Finland, who is sitting right in front of him. Now, Trump reads off the name and looks around and goes, "Where is he? Where is he?" And it actually gets really awkward for a second there. Like, I was cringing. Spoiler alert, Stubb was sitting right in front of him. Watch this clip.
President Stubb of Finland, and he's somebody that, where are we here? Huh? Where? Oh, you look better than I've ever seen you look. But you've done a great job, and we wanted to have you here.
Then he's barely able to read. He's got to look down to, like, read. And keep in mind, one more time, Stubb was sitting right in front of him. How do you not see that? Imagine if Biden would have done this. I know that talking point is very trite, but literally, if Biden would have done this, it would have been a news cycle for probably 3 weeks. There would have been calls for impeachment. Republicans' heads would have exploded on live TV, yet Trump is able to mess up the name while also talking about election fraud that he learned from Vladimir Putin, while also making unhinged jokes. How is this not a larger news cycle? Whatever media infrastructure we've had in place for the past decade has obviously failed us. That's why on this show, we relentlessly push back, relentlessly spread the truth, and bring you breaking news every single day. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the Adam Mockler feed. And without further ado, let's watch this clip of Donald Trump on a hot mic speaking to French President Emmanuel Macron. Now, this confirms the entire theory I've had for this war. This theory was also built a lot from Vlad Vexler. He has what he calls a theory of narcissistic supply with Trump. He says that Trump gets narcissistic supply from people like Vladimir Putin, from people like Kim Jong-un, from leaders that he views as more powerful than him. Somebody with this level of narcissism will look at Zelensky and look at him as weak. He looks at Zelensky and he thinks that this is a smaller country who is losing. Honestly, he looks at the way Zelensky dresses, or he did before, and he looks at that and demeans him. He thinks that that makes Zelensky weak. Meanwhile, he looks at Putin, and Trump's narcissism brain gets a source of supply, like a little buzz from Vladimir Putin that only confirms that his narcissistic ego is in the right. So in this clip, what Donald Trump says, I almost said Putin, but what's the difference at this point? Donald Trump says in this clip, on Putin, quote, "I think he wants to make a deal for me. Do you understand? As crazy as it sounds." That's what he says. It does sound crazy. Now, I'm gonna crank up the volume in the edit so you guys can hear this. Hopefully the audio is not too bad.
Great.
Thank you for being on. Yeah, I think
To set up a trilat, you know. So,
and where do you want to
I think he wants to make it. I think he wants to make a deal for me. You understand? As crazy as it sounds. Just sit down. Sit down, everybody.
Okay.
I think we'll let the press
Waiting
come
for
in for a
the
minute.